I mean, that's true. That's true. You gotta admit that, and it goes back to what I just said. That dude is a slime ball. He. People in the industry don't like Drake, and it's not because he's a good person. All right, man. Towards after hours, you know what it is, man. So look, we're gonna check in with Marcus Edward Media. Maul, he took the best clips from Maul and DJ Head's interview, and we're gonna check it out and see what clips he picked up on. I did watch the whole interview. It was actually a really good interview. Well, I ain't gonna say debate, but Maul's still living in delusional land. So, I mean, it is what it is. But let's keep it going, man. All right, man. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. This is Torture Talk After Hours. You know what it is.
Welcome back to Marcus at Work Media. So it has happened. The debate between DJ Head and OVO Mob.
Whereas people would probably perceive you to be a habitual line stepper. Whereas like you consistently and egregiously encroach on this line that people have set forth as that's their comfort zone for the things that you say, right? This person has a history of egregiously encroaching on lines that you probably know are off limits to certain individuals, especially certain people of certain ilk, right?
Now, I looked at some of the comments when I posted the video when they was first talking.
It's hilarious how Rory and Damaris is dressed. They look like sports commentators. This is classic. This is so classic. Like, it's classic. I love the fact that they did that. It's classic. That's classic. It looks like they're like boxing commentators. Like, it just looks funny to me. It looks funny. But let's keep it going.
About this, and a lot of the comments was like, hey, it's a little too late for this debate. It's not really gonna be that good. I mean, Kendrick won, so it can't be about him winning or who won or lost. Well, after going through 2 hours of this podcast, I've selected some of the highlights that I feel are the best. And just a disclaimer, it's actually pretty good. So instead of boring you with 2 hours of all that nonsense, let's extract some of the highlights. This is part 1, because there's a lot to get through.
Do you think Kendrick had been plotting this like that verse, or at least this battle, for years? Because that was always the rumor, even from people on his side, that this was something that he had been plotting for quite some time. Then Drake ironically said he was going to stop making music for a little while, and then we get to like that verse.
No.
No, I don't think that was the case. I think people looking at it from the point of view of Drake said he was going to stop making music, so Kendrick swooped in to actually take over. Like, no. And the thing is, Drake didn't have to engage. They could have, because they both was taking shots still. Because if you look at it, like that and first person shooter, they were just like shots being taken. But it wasn't too far fetched from what they were doing before. You know what I'm saying? And then Drake released Push-Ups, and we all knew who he was talking about because he said his name. You know what I'm saying? And that's when Kendrick did Euphoria. So, no, I don't think it was that.
What? Pure coincidence.
No, it's not coincidence. It's just the verbiage. Like the verbiage you used was plotting. Plotting is a verb, meaning that there was action being taken. I don't think that he was plotting. I think that you're ready. Like, I'm a registered firearm owner in the state of California. I'm not plotting on anyone, but I'm ready for whatever. I think that's
yeah. As a rapping MC, I think every rapper is has that mindset. I'm always ready.
Yeah.
I think every rapper has bars directed at other rappers, but in this case with Drake, I think that any rapper would want to get into a back and forth with Drake. It helps you out. No?
So the question came.
I mean, I guess with Kendrick is different. See, with if anybody wouldn't get into a back and forth with Kendrick, it helps them out too. Even Drake. I think that Drake and Kendrick is the highest that you can get right now. They're the highest level of hip hoppers right now, outside of like the old heads, Jay-Z, Nas, Eminem, excluding them. But even I would even go as far as saying right now Kendrick and Drake are above them. You know what I'm saying? And I know it sounds kind of crazy, but they are. So when we're talking about Drake getting into so anybody want to go back and forth with Drake, that's actually true. But it's also true for Kendrick too. Anybody would want to go back and forth with him too, because he can help them too, even including Drake. And Drake can help Kendrick too. It works both ways.
Did it feel like at some point that Kendrick was plotting the Like That verse to attack Drake to start this whole campaign against Drake? Is it Kendrick already prepared to do this? And this is the opportunity, or did things just happen to progress that way? How much of it was intentional and how much was premeditated?
So you think he was plotting more? Because you said what pretty loud.
No.
Well, I see what Head is saying, plotting. I don't know if that's the word, but planning, I think is a better word. Preparing is a better word. But why not? I think every artist is. We're talking about one of the biggest artists in the world, and if I have the opportunity to have a moment with him going back and forth, making music and displaying my skill set, why would I not want to do that?
Well, do you think because...
I agree with that. And I don't necessarily know if that's what Kendrick was doing. And it just so happens Kendrick was just the artist, but I agree with what he's saying right there. I definitely think that anybody, including myself, would want to go back and forth with Drake at the time, because Drake is he was the biggest artist at the time. Why wouldn't people want to go back and forth with him? Now, as far as plotting and planning and premeditating, I don't know if Kendrick was doing all that. I think Kendrick was already, he was waiting for the opportunity, but I don't think he really cared. I think when opportunity presented itself, because Drake said in one of his interviews that these things will be revisited one day. If an opportunity presents itself, it'll be revisited. And I think Kendrick, he held on to that because Drake said it. So let's keep going.
Kendrick, The Weeknd, Metro, Future, and Ross all teamed up around the exact same time, that there was not a plan or a plot to go against Drake all at the exact same time.
I think that's one of those, when people get the opportunity to show you how they really felt, they just waiting for the first person to go, and then other people start expressing their true feelings and emotions. I think that's what that was. I think everybody secretly had some, for the last, 15, 16 years, Drake has been on top, dominating music. I think other artists see that, and, I don't know if jealousy is the word to use, but I think other artists feel some type of way, and then they hear bars and they're like, man, I think I could go at him. I think I could get him on a verse.
Now, of course,
But I don't think that a lot of artists felt that way about Drake. I think a lot of artists wasn't jealous because Drake was dominating, as you say, or whatever. I don't think that was the case. I think there was only really two artists, well, three, that was really had a problem with Drake. But two of the main ones was The Weeknd and was Kendrick. Ross, whatever. But I don't think Ross really had an issue with Drake. As like The Weeknd and Kendrick. And those are the only ones. Now, The Weeknd only said one line. I'm so glad I didn't sign my life away. But he never really dissed Drake. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't diss Drake. At least yet he didn't. And obviously you got Kendrick. So I don't know. I don't know if that's the case. I don't know.
Just like Drake, victim mentality, he feels like, hey, it was intentional. Kendrick already had this set up, and here is the opportunity, and he ran with it. DJ Head, like, hey, bro, he wasn't plotting. I don't really agree with the plotting terminology. However, he was ready for anything. So although he wasn't plotting to intentionally do this, but where we from, On the West, it's always best to be prepared just in case. And Dot was ready, prepared in case, and Drake stuck his neck out there and he chopped that jaw.
All these guys have songs with him. So there's a relationship, but I think it starts, like Head said, I think it's a competitive thing first. I think after a while, it goes into a little bit of a, more personal thing. Like, when a lot of guys, numbers aren't doing as well if they don't have a song with him, or, he sends he doesn't send verses back as fast as he used to, or he's not sending records like he once was. I think that starts to turn into like, damn, he don't fuck with me, or, like, is it an issue? Change of a number or something like that. You know how those things happen, and then it turns into, all right, well, fuck him.
Excuse me. I don't know if that's the case. I don't think a lot of people was going around saying fuck Drake because he didn't send his verse back fast enough, or just didn't. I don't think people was doing that. I think Drake has a lot of different things that happen, and he did a lot of different things to people. You know what I'm saying? I really do. Yeah, I definitely think that that Drake put himself in that position. You can't say that. There's a lot of people who don't mess with Drake because of a lot of things he done did. I mean, you talking about a dude who fucks niggas girls, and talk about niggas on a sneak tip on songs and brag about it and say something. Yeah, he been doing a lot of slimy shit. So I can understand why people don't fuck with him. It has nothing to do with just them not sending back no verse. I don't know why people think that Drake is so innocent in these whole situations. Like, it's so crazy to me.
Would you agree?
No.
You have the floor?
Elaborate, yeah.
So I don't think I don't think it's like a grandioso conspiracy. I don't think that people was plotting and waiting, or I don't even think that it was a jealousy thing, or even that had anything to do with his music. I think if you're a shitty person to people, regardless of what I do for you, I can't just be like a shitty person to you on top of that and just be like, all right, everything is good now. Mm-hmm. So I think that there are things like, obviously, we all know like, Head is cryptic, Head don't like to talk about nothing. I just not willing to, everything for me ain't content. So I'm not willing to divulge like, this nigga did this to this person. And then it's just that when your character is not wholesome and you violate the sanctity of certain relationships, yes, certain people are probably going to feel a way towards you, mm-hmm. regardless of what stimulus package you've given them in the past. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter.
Ma feeling like it was a conspiracy of all of these people lined up against.
I mean, that's true. That's true. You got to admit that. And it goes back to what I just said. That dude is a slime ball. People in the industry don't like Drake, and it's not because he's a good person. A lot of people don't like him because he's been talking about niggas' wives, messing with people's wives, talking about people's husbands, disrespecting women, saying, he's crazy, man. He's been doing a lot of crazy stuff, and this is the reason why people don't fuck with him. Like, for real.
It's the boy. OVO Ma really thinks, just like Drake, that all of these people teaming up against Drake is a coincidence, and it's a big conspiracy. They all got together, had a meeting, talked about it, exchanged chats about it, to all of a sudden attack Drake. Nah, not even.
So if you violate the relationship, I think that, people are going to feel a way about you.
For sure. I mean, that's a life thing, away from us talking about some of the biggest artists in the world. I think that's life. I think if you have a relationship with somebody and then, it changes, and then the person starts treating you some type of way, and then it's obviously emotions and feelings change. Not saying that I think that's what happened here. But again, I do think that some of it is, if Drake doesn't, give me a verse or doesn't do a song with me, like I sent him a record, he didn't send it back, but then he did an album, an entire project with somebody.
It could be some people feel away because, he didn't get back to me as fast as he normally would, or whatever the case may be. That's I'm not saying that's out of the realm of possibility. However, I don't like the narrative, me personally, just because of the things that I'm aware of. I don't like the narrative that everybody's ganging up on this one individual. Is it 20 versus Maul, or did Maul offend 20 niggas and now Maul is in the room with 20 niggas and they all want to fuck him up?
See, OVO Ma shouldn't have did this debate with DJ.
That's you can't get around that. That's 100% facts. It's not 20 versus 1. It's what you did to all these people and they don't like you. That's what it is. Let's be clear
here. DJ Head is way too advanced with the way he speaks. DJ Head come from broadcasting. He's from radio. He knows how to articulate on behalf of the culture in a way where it makes sense. And OVO Mall is just used to yelling, okay? Yelling to try to get his point across. So when he brings up it's a conspiracy of 20v1, everybody against Team Drake. No, it wasn't a conspiracy of everybody teaming up against Drake. It was Drake pissed off 20 people. Now he's dealing with what that looks like.
What are you really losing?
It's
Right?
not about losing though.
No, but I'm just saying in the perception of losing.
Right.
Who is losing in this situation? Who has lost? What has Kendrick lost? What has Drake lost? No matter what side of it you're on, if you think Kendrick lost or you think Drake lost, what did they really lose?
Well, I'm pretty sure that one of those parties have lost substantial business opportunities.
that's true. I'm pretty sure that's the case. But if you look at it, Drake is so massive, people feel like he didn't lose anything, but really what Drake lost is a battle. And that's what's bothering Drake. It has nothing to do with his endorsements or anything like that. It's the battle. The battle is what's really bothering him because he can't believe he lost to Kendrick. He cannot believe he lost to Kendrick. That's what I believe. So, but it is what it is. Thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all on the next one, man. Torture Talk After Hours. You know what I'm saying? I'll see you. Peace. Bye.